but it proves to be a prime example of how to play with split narratives in the medium. You may not enjoy the outcome. This isn't a story that presents good and bad as a clearly defined concept, but it's a wholly ambitious swing from a studio that's willing to push the borders on what is expected from a video game. There are many contenders for the best entry in the Resident Evil series, but our vote emphatically goes to the 2019 remake of Resident Evil 2. The original Resident Evil 2 took everything successful about the survival horror formula established by its older sibling and refined it. The locations were creepier, the enemies more menacing, and the scares were bigger and badder.
The hell is that?
The adventures of Leon and Claire in Raccoon City not only became a benchmark for Resident Evil, but also set the standard for a PlayStation blockbuster. But in every
Gaming Bolt presents 15 creepiest places in video games that
With its complex character menus and fiddly inventory screens, Larian's Dungeons & Dragons adventure is clearly a dyed-in-the-wool PC game. But there's no getting away from the simple fact that while Baldur's Gate 3 is far from a classic PlayStation game, it is undoubtedly one of the very best games you can play on Sony's current machine. A monumental achievement in RPG design, Baldur's Gate's world reacts to your every single decision, be that something as simple as a little white lie or as devilishly grand as slaughtering an entire population. The physical and emotional impact of those choices can be felt across the entire journey, shaping the character arcs of your companions and adjusting the trajectory of the epic finale. And by painstakingly translating the D&D rulebook into video form, Larian ensures battle is just as malleable as its storylines. Dozens and dozens of skills, abilities, and weapon options means you can mold each character into the warrior of your choosing and devise creative strategies to decimate your foes. Few experiences feel as bespoke to you as Baldur's Gate 3, and that's why this traditionally PC experience deserves to live alongside PlayStation's heavy hitters. Beyond all the crime cinema homages and wanton violence, the Grand Theft Auto series has been an exercise in perfecting the urban open world. Rockstar finally nailed it with GTA 5's Los Santos, a digital city that feels authentically alive. In the campaign, the street's heartbeat comes courtesy of the series' most accomplished mission chain, which combines the character study narrative of GTA 4 with the wild objective variety of San Andreas. The ambitious character switching mechanic gels perfectly with the story's heist focus, pivoting the action between the team's specializations as each job demands. But as good as the campaign is, it's GTA 5's multiplayer mode that captured the imagination of millions. Taken online, Los Santos becomes a crime playground where it's the purge every day. Superficially, GTA Online is a collection of PvP modes with a constant trickle of seasonal content. To the people who walk its streets, though, it's a community stomping ground where friendships are forged, rivalries sparked, and dominance achieved. Multiplayer heists provide a taste of that Rockstar single-player storytelling magic, but it's the emergent tales spun by players that make GTA Online an enduring favorite. It's not hyperbole to say that Uncharted 2 Among Thieves charted the course for the next 15 years of PlayStation history. Its predecessor built solid, if unspectacular, foundations, but it's in Nathan Drake's Himalayan adventure that he really found his footing. It's ironic in some ways, then, that it took him hanging off the end of a derailed mountainside train for him to do that. For many, Among Thieves remains the apex of the Uncharted series, although just as many would argue in favor of A Thief's End, but there's no doubt that 2 is the most impactful. Its explosive dedication to delivering blockbuster cinematic action would spark a fire inside Sony to make single-player stories like this their focus for a decade and a half to come. Naughty Dog's PS3 legacy can be seen in everything from God of War to Ghost of Tsushima to Horizon Zero Dawn. Arguably PlayStation's most important studio, the real strength of Naughty Dog's achievements began here with Uncharted 2.
Gentlemen, this is a robbery.
Sons of Dutch. Makes us brothers.
The highest ranking multi-platform game on our list, Red Dead Redemption 2 saw Rockstar hit its greatest creative heights following a chain of success that had been tied to the PlayStation since the PS2. Offering unparalleled immersion into the American West at the turn of the 20th century, the fateful tale of Arthur Morgan is arguably still the best looking game on a PlayStation console, despite having been released on a past generation's hardware in 2018. But Red Dead Redemption 2 is so much more than just a technical achievement. It is an open-world developer firing on all cylinders, inviting you to get lost in its land full of quirky characters, genuinely worthwhile side activities, and of course, an impeccably told story.
Only the feeblest of men take jobs in the government.
With the devilishly charismatic Dutch Vanderland operating as his foil, Arthur steals the hearts of any who controls him, making us cherish each and every moment spent walking in his shoes. A world-weary man with a violent past looking to usher in a brighter future for those close to him, he's brilliantly reflective of the time and place he lives in. Managing to tell such an engaging and affecting tale in as huge an open-world setting as this is an art form in its own right. And through Red Dead Redemption 2, Rockstar showed us why it's the master of its craft.
Stay with me.
You have to love yourself apart.
In comparison to the new and exciting remake project, the original Final Fantasy VII looks a little quaint. The winds of time and technological progress will do that. But this landmark Japanese RPG was a game changer for Sony. Not only did it see the developer Squaresoft defect from Nintendo in order to use the power of the PlayStation to create the first ever 3D Final Fantasy, it also communicated that Sony's console could deliver much more than just arcade and sports games on your TV. Final Fantasy VII showed everyone that PlayStation was the new home of epic adventures delivered on multiple discs. Those achievements may be a thing of the past now, but Final Fantasy VII's legacy endures because of the elements that refuse to age. Its cast of detailed, emotionally driven characters develop over the course of a journey that balances personal stakes against the backdrop of a looming apocalypse. Similar balance is found in tone. This is a game with weight and heft that thrives on idiosyncrasies, a variety of bizarre enemies, comedic minigames, and absurdly sized swords. It's this combination of light and dark that make Final Fantasy VII such an enduring classic.
You have no idea what loss is.
Naughty Dog's games have always been a sign of changing times for PlayStation, shifting from mascot platformers to action games to cinematic adventures. The Last of Us is the shining example of that latter phase, a game that took the interactive movie ambitions of Uncharted and grounded them in a compelling character drama. Exploring the surrogate father-daughter relationship between Joel and Ellie, the increasingly distressing circumstances of the post-apocalypse setting help drill deep into raw emotions and personality flaws. The script, elevated to classic status thanks to performances by Troy Baker and Ashley Johnson, is smaller scale and less ambitious than its sequel, but has proven more enduring in the minds of gamers thanks to its focus on the relationship between its central duo. Many of its achievements are admittedly found in its movie-grade cutscenes, but The Last of Us wouldn't rank so highly on this list if it weren't for the way Naughty Dog entwined its narrative and gameplay goals. The survival horror-inspired gameplay communicates a sense of desperation, be that in the constant search for supplies, DIY equipment, or the messy struggle that is Melee. While Ellie is technically invulnerable to damage, combat triggers a guardian-like rage inside of you, a feeling that pays off to tremendous effect when it comes to the muddy morality behind its final act.
Joel, I can handle myself.
It's called luck, and it is gonna run out.
Taking down giant bosses in a fantasy world is meant to be fun. And yes, there's a certain amount of glowing satisfaction to be found in clambering up one of Shadow of the Colossus's many skyscraper-sized creatures. But it's the distressing emotive response that's triggered by plunging Wander's blade into the creature's weak spots that makes Team Ico's masterpiece so special. As black liquid spurts into the sky and the monster's dying breaths chase you, it's not joy but sadness that sweeps the screen. Conquering the Colossi is pretty much melancholia defined. Team Ico's second fantasy world is sparse yet haunting, largely empty apart from the hulking figures that call its green fields, treacherous deserts, and vast lakes home. Each one is a delicate puzzle waiting to be unlocked, the battles proving to be enigmas that demand the use of brain over brawn. This artistic, poetic approach creates a singular piece of work only enhanced by the stunning PS4 remake that arrived 13 years after the original first lumbered onto the PS2. You may have some regrets following your in-game actions in Shadow of the Colossus, but you'll certainly be left with none about experiencing it. At first glance, Bloodborne is another great Souls-like RPG from the studio that created the genre. But look a little deeper and you'll find something truly sinister running through its veins. Yes, the boss fights are supreme and the level design is tremendous, but there are dark and old secrets hidden all throughout Bloodborne. The way the game unravels such secrets for the player is the true majesty of From Software's PlayStation 4 magnum opus. This isn't just a game with hidden treasure chests behind disappearing walls. Taking direct inspiration from author H.P. Lovecraft, From Software took the concepts of arcane knowledge and eldritch horror and translated them beautifully into video game form. Parts of Bloodborne don't even reveal themselves to the player until they gain a certain amount of insight, which can only be revealed from encountering Bloodborne's most horrifying and beautiful sights. Bloodborne isn't just action RPG greatness, it's pure interactive literature.
He doesn't know, does he? About your true nature? Or his own?
The peak of modern PlayStation, 2018's God of War is the quintessential cinematic blockbuster that defines Sony's first-party pedigree. Santa Monica Studios' masterpiece acts as not just the reinvention of a series, but also the reinvention of a beloved character.
Slow down. Your haste will cost us.
It takes Kratos on a journey as heart-wrenching as it is head-splitting. The combat is fierce and the performance is nuanced, something perfectly exemplified in the unforgettable sequence when the exiled Spartan recovers his long-buried blades, a moment that draws you in emotionally before bursting into a fiery frenzy of violence. It's all elegantly woven into a tale that tells a profoundly human story in its beautiful God-filled mythological world, all anchored by a seamless, never-cutting camera that makes sure you never miss a beat. A monumental achievement in both narrative construction and game design, it's PlayStation's best game of this century.
Can't be. You were killed in Zanzibar.
The word PlayStation has become synonymous with a very particular kind of game, a single-player blockbuster that deftly weaves together cinematic storytelling with smart, accessible gameplay mechanics. While that reputation was truly solidified during the PS3 era, its roots go right back to 1998 and the original PlayStation's most enduring masterpiece, Metal Gear Solid. Director Hideo Kojima brought his cinema obsession to the console through a dramatic espionage story that frequently sacrificed playtime in order to examine its characters through lengthy, well-performed dialogue sequences.
But it looks like our little diversion got their attention. Now's your best chance to slip in unnoticed.
Despite its playful, oftentimes meta tone, Metal Gear Solid explores the theoretical real-world consequences of nuclear aggression with genuine insight, delving into subjects that remain as essential today as they did in the late 90s. Between the codec calls, though, are Metal Gear Solid's strongest achievements. We can't forget its all-important Vision Cone revealing radar, which enables a brilliant stealth experience in which Bond-like gambits are easily planned and executed. But its true highlight are the bosses, each a perfectly executed duel with its own bespoke mechanics. The fan favorite, of course, being Psycho Mantis, whose mind-reading powers gave players a start and whose input-inverting powers could only be overcome by switching controller ports. But really, every single one of Metal Gear Solid's Wild Rogues gallery is a special showdown in its own right. There are arguments to be made that later Metal Gear Solid entries went on to offer better experiences. But despite their respective achievements, none of them, nor any other game on this list, are anywhere close to being as truly revolutionary, memorable, or timeless as the original. Metal Gear Solid is the PlayStation game. And there you have it, IGN's top 100 PlayStation games of all time, as decided upon and argued about extensively by numerous members of our editorial staff. Now, odds are your personal top 100 PlayStation games aren't the same exact games in the same exact order, so hop in the comments and tell us what should have made the list, or what did make the list that shouldn't have, or which game was ranked too high or too low. Or if you want a real challenge, tell us your full top 100 PlayStation games. It's harder than it sounds. Keep an eye out for more big lists like this, or check out IGN's top 100 games of all time. Though that one's a couple years old. Did any big games come out in 2023? Yeah, we should probably look into updating that. In the meantime, keep it locked right here on IGN.
The 2024 Game Awards have arrived, and IGN is the place to be.
Welcome to the Game Awards!
It's time to celebrate the year's best games, get a glimpse at what the future has in store, and no matter what we expect, something unexpected always happens.
Kojima! Kojima!
This year's show is shaping up to be a big one, and IGN is here to bring you live pre-show predictions, plus a post-show breakdown, and a few exclusive looks at upcoming games you won't find anywhere else.
Are you ready?
IGN's live coverage of the Game Awards 2024 starts right now.
Hello and welcome to IGN's countdown to the 2024 Game Awards. For the next half hour, we'll be breaking down what we expect to see at the celebration of all things gaming. Now, every year, the Game Awards honors the best in gaming and celebrates the people who make them, but it's also a huge event for brand new gameplay reveals, trailers, and surprises. So, here to help me unpack everything we might see tonight are my co-hosts, Jada Griffin, Nick Lamone, and Aliak. Welcome, everyone.
Hey, everybody.
Hit us with some rapid-fire predictions real quick. One by one.
I want to see Devil May Cry 6.
Okay.
I would love to see a Final Fantasy 9 remaster.
Ooh. Yes.
And I just want to see more Monster Hunter Wilds.
Well, that's coming soon. I think that's likely. Nick.
I see you, chat. I'm right there with you. Half-Life 3. Let's go. Let's make it happen.
I simultaneously think that sounds crazy, but also really want it to happen. So we'll see.
I really want it to happen too. I'm with you on that one. For me, Resident Evil 9.
I think there's a good possibility
Right?
too. We know that's coming from Capcom, so I think that's possible.
4 years ago, 2020? Yes, 2020. The Hitman dev talked about Project 007.
That's right,
So
yeah.
maybe some
Yeah.
GoldenEye.
That has been a long time coming as well. Okay, before we get started, I want to let you know IGN Plus is our exclusive program for IGN members where tons of awesome games and prizes are at your fingertips. Right now, we're giving you $10 off annual IGN Plus subscriptions with code HOLIDAY, so sign up now at IGN.com/plus. All right, let's kick things off with some of the biggest reveals we expect to see at tonight's show. Let's get right into it. Borderlands 4, we know is going to be here. This is we got a teaser trailer earlier this year with the, just the reveal. I think we're going to get a gameplay reveal of Borderlands 4. What would we want to see from Borderlands 4? Borderlands 3 is the best-selling Borderlands game so far, so it did very well. The movie didn't do so hot, but they want to move past that, put it behind them. What do you want to see from Borderlands 4?
I want to see the characters. The characters is what makes Borderlands. We've got some fantastic casts throughout all the previous games. I just want to see who they are, and I want to know which siren I get to play as this time, because it's always the siren for me.
Sure. Nick, we talked about in GameScoop how sometimes we get annoyed with bullet sponge enemies, and Borderlands has those.
Yeah, it is, I think, the quintessential example of, hey, is the difficulty up just a nudge, then this enemy is going to take a rain of bullets before they get put down. But that said, I do think Borderlands, I might not be the biggest fans of the Borderlands franchise, but I am a big fan of how they do weapons. They are very creative with what they do with the weapons, and I'm hoping to see something just as impressive.
Yeah. Are you a fan of the Borderlands franchise?
I got to play it. I really enjoyed Borderlands 2. I specifically have a lot of memories with my brothers playing that one.
Yeah.
So for Borderlands 4, just thinking of the teaser that they launched a few months ago, I just want to see what that planet is. The planet that is being crashed into, that whole multi-dimension thing we got going on in that trailer. I just want to see what's going on there and have them explain it.
Yeah, I was also a big fan of Borderlands 2, and it's been I think Borderlands 3 was 2019, I want to say. So
and like so many spin-offs later.
Yeah, it's been a minute. I feel I'm ready. I'm ready to return to Borderlands. I'll play another Borderlands. Let's do it. We also know, I think there's been one leak so far this year, only one, which is pretty good.
What do we got?
Get several leaks. The Mafia, The Old Country, a trailer leaked ahead of time with the release window of, I think, summer 2025. Interesting to be getting a new Mafia game in the same year as a new Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah, but I mean, I think it's going to really set itself apart with its just kind of location and environments that we're going to get with Mafia: The Old Country compared to what we're expecting in GTA 6, which is pseudo Florida.
Yeah.
And what I can see from our community and chat, and anytime this game has been brought up, they are extremely hyped for Mafia: Old Country. I think this game is going to be a major surprise and shakeup in 2025.
Nick, Oliek, are either of you Mafia fans?
Yeah, I like Mafia. I think it kind of sets itself apart from Grand Theft Auto by being very self-serious, but in a good way. It is very Godfather-esque, and I think with the Old Country, going back to the Old Country, it is going to be evocative of the best Godfather, Part 2. So that should be an exciting time.
This will probably be the game that throws me into the criminal underworld in the video games with this Mafia. I've seen it many times. I've seen people have so much fun with it. I know it has a huge fandom, and I've always been attracted to it. I've seen it. This might be the one that makes me play it.
All right, it's well documented. Geoff Keighley and Hideo Kojima have a friendship.
What?
And Kojima, yep, it's true. I know.
No way.
Kojima often makes appearances at the Game Awards, and he is confirmed to be making an appearance tonight. So, of the projects that he's working on, Death Stranding 2, OD, and Fizzant, what do we think we're likely to see this evening?
I mean, I think we're most likely to see Death Stranding 2 on the beach, but I would love to see more of OD. That's the one that has me most excited or intrigued, I guess is the right word.
OD was shown at the Game Awards last year, and I don't think there's been any updates on it since. But this is something that he's working with Xbox on, I believe.
And Jordan Peele.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I'm really intrigued by the cloud. They said they were working on the cloud with Xbox, and I was thinking back on the Metal Gear Solids when Kojima was working on them, and how they kind of messed with the player a little bit. So I'm wondering how they're going to use that cloud technology to mess with the player. Since OD is scary, it's meant to be a horror game. Could you potentially receive phone calls, text messages through the cloud system to scare you and immerse you into the game? I don't know.
Transfarring is coming back. The PSP, it's coming back, baby.
For Death Stranding 2, do we think a release date?
I think we got to get a release.
It's
At this
time.
point, I feel like we've seen so much of the game.
Right.
And I believe you mentioned that in the Tokyo Game Show, they teased that we would be seeing or hearing more about a release date for Death Stranding 2. And at this point, I don't need to see more from the game. I just want to know when I'll be able to play it on my PlayStation 5 Pro.
They said soon 4 months ago, so this could be the soon.
It should be soon.
It should be soon.
I'm expecting at least a release window, like a season.
Yeah.
I think spring 2025.
Really?
I'm calling it.
You think it's that soon?
I'm calling. I'm shooting my shot.
The only reason why I don't say we get a date is because so many people are afraid of GTA 6 right now, and I don't think Death Stranding is that same kind of competitor, but I think they're still going to play it safe.
Yeah, it is true. Going into next year, I think everyone will be waiting to see when GTA 6 lands on its release date, because no one wants to be anywhere near that.
Very true.
Sure. What about Fizzant? This is the game that Kojima's working on with Sony Pictures, I believe, and it's supposed to be the spiritual successor to Metal Gear.
Yeah, I mean, as a gigantic Metal Gear fan, this is the one that I'm most interested in, just because Kojima, Metal Gear, he parted ways with Konami on not amicable terms. Yeah. So seeing him return to the tactical espionage action is going to be super exciting. And now it sounds like it's going to be tactical espionage fashion action, because I know fashion is going to be one of the big major tentpoles for whatever Fizzant ends up being.
And fashion is doing big right now. Infinity Nikki just dropped. It's got major fans, 10 million downloads already. So
microtransactions in Fizzant confirmed? Question mark.
You do. Let us know.
All right, let's think about Bethesda. Todd Howard is presenting tonight. He's got Doom: The Dark Ages coming earlier next year. I think a new look at Doom is reasonable.
Yeah. I would love more Doom: Dark Ages. That game looks fire.
Yeah, and I think just riding the momentum of the high that is Indiana Jones, I think Bethesda's, getting its feet under them again. As I know it was Todd Howard's secret project, that it was his precious little baby. So I could see him being the face of just, on not only Bethesda but id Software and Machine Games, obviously. So yeah, I think it makes sense.
I hope they do show us a little bit more of Doom: The Dark Ages. It's one of my favorite games from the last years that I've played, and I need to see Doomslayer in the Dark Ages and flying on, what was it, Dragon Mount? That we get to go on.
And you get a mech. It's
chopping up
crazy.
skulls to make projectiles.
Yeah, feeding skulls into your gun. It's
It
great.
is just the coolest, most metal-ass game, which I just really appreciate the commitment to the metal.
Yeah. And while we're on the topic of Xbox-owned games, Avowed is coming early next year too.
Very hype.
That's in February, I believe. So it's possible, although maybe Xbox would want to save that to do its own showcase dedicated to it in January or something.
Yeah, I feel like we've seen a lot of Avowed. I don't think this is the right stage for that at this point, but I wouldn't be mad to see a little bit more.
We also have a very generous preview that's available on IGN.com, so make sure you check that out.
Good shout. Okay, Sam Lake from Remedy is another. Recently, he makes a lot of appearances at the Game Awards. He's going to be a presenter. That's confirmed. So with Alan Wake 2 out, the Lake House DLC is out. I think the next thing they have coming is FBC Firebreak, which is their cooperative multiplayer game based in the Control universe.
Yeah, it's set in the FBC, I believe.
Yeah. Do you think that's most likely what would we see from him?
I believe so. I think FBC makes the most sense. We've got a huge audience to check out this game.
Yeah.
I think this one is definitely more under the radar than, say, something like the Max Payne remakes or remasters that they're doing, or Control 2. I think this one is one of those games that would benefit the most from a bigger audience seeing more of it.
I'm a romantic at heart, so I say this game is somewhat of a known quantity in that it is just a co-op PvE shooter with buddies, which is great, don't get me wrong. But when I think of Remedy, I think of single-player experiences that really wow. And I think based on what we got in the Lake House DLC for Alan Wake 2, I wouldn't be surprised if we got another look at Control 2. Fingers crossed, call me crazy, but hey, I like crazy.
Is FBC, what is it called? I'm missing.
Firebreak.
Is that something that's on your radar that you want to see more of?
Yeah, I want to see more. I want to see a game that is, up my alley. I like shooters, single player, FPS games, third person shooters, anything that has guns in it, like Doom. This game seems to be a PvE game that is right up my alley, so I'm excited to see what they show.
Nick, I feel like you're, I think you should make your case for why you think it's possible Half-Life 3 could make an appearance tonight.
You want me to go down the rabbit hole?
Yeah.
All right, stick with me here. So Geoff Keighley has an established relationship with Valve. We've seen that with his publishing of Half-Life 2, The Final Hours, Half-Life Alyx, The Final Hours. Basically, anytime a new Valve thing comes out, he usually gets some sort of insight where he gets to talk about the development process with the team at Valve. That's one thing. 2, we got the 20th anniversary documentary for Half-Life 2 that was, 1, incredible, but 2, it ends on a very, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, we know you want Half-Life 3, so I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised in the near future. We've seen Valve Software become this, obviously they are the house of Steam, but they are becoming a publishing house again, a development house. We see Deadlock coming out. We've seen their failed card game come out. Oh, yeah. We've seen them make new things, which is a little bit unusual. Half-Life Alyx was incredible. Yeah. And I know that they are bringing back the Half-Life 2 making of book, which was long sought after because they put it on their store, it's gone forever, and then they brought it back with the documentary. So Half-Life is in the air, and I couldn't think of a more earth-shattering announcement to end the Game Awards with than Mr. Freeman, it's time to wake up.
Nick, the chat is going crazy. It's all Half-Life 3 right now. Yeah. One of our users on YouTube, Chemically Stupid, please don't do this to us.
I'm right there with you. I might be setting myself up for failure, but hey, like I said, I'm a romantic. I like to dream big.
You know what? I'll be right there with you. I woke up today. We hadn't talked about this at all. And I sat here and I said, Half-Life 3. And he said, Half-Life 3. Wait a minute. There's something going on. There's something in the air. They said 2 earth-shattering announcements. What else could it be? It has to be Half-Life something.
I mean, I hope you're right. It would be great.
I'm going to be hooting and hollering. I'll do a lap around the desk if it happens.
Okay, well, whether or not we see Half-Life 3, one thing we know we're going to see is Hazelight Studios' next game. That's Joseph Fares from It Takes Two, and what was A Way Out?
A Way Out,
was the one before that. So
incredible co-op experiences.
They make co-op experiences, and the next one, I think the title leaked, it's called Split Fiction. We know that's going to get a big reveal there tonight. So what sort of co-op game do you hope this is?
I mean, knowing, I don't know Joseph, but just knowing his kind of general ideological perspective when it comes to approaching, his co-op games, he likes to do unique things and stuff that you've never really seen or done before. So I'm assuming, if it's called Split Fiction, I'm assuming there's some interesting narrative stuff happening from a co-op perspective. And I think that's an untapped market for interesting ideas, because one of the biggest pains when you're playing co-op with someone is someone accidentally advancing the story while you're still looking in this corner over here. So maybe he figured out a way of circumventing that. Who knows?
I'm expecting a whole bunch of different stages, each with unique mechanics, kind of like what we got in It Takes Two.
Yeah.
Where there's levels where you had guns, and there's other ones where you were
Mortal
swimming.
Kombat level.
Yeah, I would love to see just all types of different more genres just kind of mixed into it.
Split Fiction just reminds me of, for some reason, Time Splitters. So I'm thinking futuristic co-op platformer where we get to play with our buddies. Hopefully we get some online. I think co-op games need some online co-op, because playing co-op on LAN, sometimes you're sitting in your couch alone, Can I play with my friends online? I would love to see that.
Hopefully we get a buddy pass system back again, where you get a copy of the game and you can share it with the buddy and for free.
I'm sure that'll be there.
Okay, we've got more predictions coming up, but before that, before we go to break, let's take a look at what's next from our friends at Cracked.
Red Octane made this guitar 17 years ago. Can somebody please make a new one?
IGN's coverage of the Game Awards is presented by Lenovo Legion. Reach your impossible.
As 2024 comes to a close, there is one question on everyone's mind. What is the game of the year? At IGN, we take this award very seriously. And this year, you're invited to join in on the debate. The payoff to our Game of the Year watch begins on the week of December 16th with our podcast, Nintendo Voice Chat.
Hey, what's up, Super Nintendos?
Beyond.
I could see you wielding a Buster Sword.
And Unlocked.
What'd you think after playing it?
Where we'll deliberate and bicker about each console's Game of the Year. It all culminates with the reveal of the big winner on December 20th on our special episode of Game Scoop.
It's been a great year for games already so far. Lots of great games.
Log on and join us in celebrating this year's Best in Gaming. Only on IGN.
IGN Store has it all. From clothes and collectibles to vinyl records, accessories, model kits, and action figures from the biggest and best franchises like The Legend of Zelda, Star Wars, Fallout, Dungeons & Dragons, and more. Whatever your pop culture passion, you're guaranteed to find something you love. There are new and exciting products hitting the store every week, like the Wasteland-ready Fallout Vault 33 hoodie, which pairs perfectly with the working wearable Pip-Boy. Plus, high-quality IGN Store exclusives like the powerful and spicy Star Wars Darkside Hot Sauce by Truff. We've even got merchandise for you to rock while tuning in to the IGN shows and podcasts you love. Or cap off a long day by relaxing to the soundtracks of your favorite video games, like Cyberpunk and The Last of Us. And the best part? You don't even need to leave the house to go there. Just head to store.ign.com and start shopping today. The IGN Store. You deserve it.
Welcome back to IGN's countdown to the 2024 Game Awards. In just a bit, the show will begin. We're expecting looks at some games we've never seen before. But first, let's take a look at an exclusive new trailer for Citizen Sleeper 2 Starward Vector. That was a look at Citizen Sleeper 2 Starward Vector. You can play Citizen Sleeper 2 when it releases next year on January 31st. Okay, now we just went over what we know will be at the show. Let's talk about who will be presenting, why that can be important, as well as a ton of other confirmed announcements going into the show. Let's start with those more things that we know. We know that the head of Alarian, Sven Vinke, he's going to be presenting. It could just be, last year Baldur's Gate 3 won Game of the Year. So maybe he's just presenting this year's Game of the Year award, right? I don't know what they could have to show. We know they've started their next game, but I think it's probably too early days.
Yeah, it's too early to see what Larian's up to. All we know is that it's not Baldur's Gate 4. They're still, finishing off support on Baldur's Gate 3. We've got cross-play coming, I believe, early next year.
And subclasses.
And more subclasses. Yeah, I'm hyped. But we do know that it's going to be more than likely something that they can kind of control around and that they own.
Yeah.
They've been pretty outspoken about like they're done with the Dungeons and Dragons license and are looking to kind of take full ownership over their next title. So I wouldn't be surprised if we got a Divinity Original Sin 3.
That would be
Divinity Original Sin 2 rocks, and I think that they could take a lot of learnings from their time in Baldur's Gate 3 and apply that to the next entry in Divinity Original Sin.
I think the Baldur's Gate fame will also bring a lot more newcomers into Divinity Sin, because I know a lot of people didn't really know of that series until Baldur's Gate.
Yeah. Also great games.
Yeah.
Now, we know Warframe 1999, which is the DLC update for Warframe, promises to take players back to the beginning. Alec, you're familiar with Warframe, right?
Yeah. It took 3 years of my life playing that game. Yeah. Shout out to Digital Extremes for that. Warframe 1999. This is going back in time to 1999. So we're going to take a character called the Drifter, or your own character. It's going to be an adult version. Going to go back in time, and you're going to experience the world at that time, but it's going to be also inspired you're going to see some Dark Sector. For anybody familiar with Dark Sector, you might see some little call outs to that game in this one. It's cool. There's going to be a new story expansion on here and some new factions too.
To be clear, you're talking about the Xbox 360 PS3 game Dark Sector.
Yes.
How is that related to Warframe?
Digital Extremes.
Okay, so they developed it.
Yes,
they developed and
got
published Dark Sector. The man with the little triglaive.
I love it.
Projectile.
I had no idea, but that kind of rocks. So you said the guy's name is the Drifter?
So the Drifter. How do I explain Warframe?
Is that the character that Ben Starr is playing?
How do I explain Warframe lore? I remember when I started this and I asked, what is Warframe lore? And everyone was like, listen, you just have to play it. The Drifter is a character that was introduced in the story of Warframe, and it's, how do I even explain this? It's a version of yourself. When you're a Tenno, which is the character. I'm going to nerd out here. I'm sorry.
This is the place for that.
This is the place for that. So your character is called a Tenno, and I believe earlier you asked me how Warframes are connected to Tenno, or Tenno inside the Warframe. The Tenno is connected via transference and energy that fills the Warframe. So this character called a Tenno also has a version of him called a Drifter. So you're going to go back in time into 1999, and you're going to experience the world during that time. And I see some cool characters being shown there. Digital Extremes has taken a really cool direction with Warframe. They've even introduced some characters, so you've gone to not just play as your own created character, but you've also been able to go through different factions and characters and experience the Warframe story. And do I see a motorcycle, a bike in there too?
Yeah, cool.
I just love how adventurous Digital Extremes is. They're not shy. They don't shy away from creating what they want in their games. So 1999 should be a pretty cool story to jump into.
That looks really cool. Now we know they're going to Tekken 8. They're going to be showing the final character for season 1 of Tekken 8. And Jaden, you had an interesting theory about who this might be.
Yes, the fans have been really hoping and sending all sorts of messages to Harada-san for Tifa as the final DLC character for this season pass. And
from Final Fantasy VII.
Tifa would be a perfect fit. She's that brawler.
I'm listening.
And she's got the moves, she's got the specials, she's got all sorts of combos that you can pull off in Final Fantasy. And I think she would be a perfect fit, and probably my new main in Tekken 8.
And it's not unprecedented either, because they've previously had Prince Noctis from Final Fantasy 15 in Tekken. So they've had Final Fantasy characters before in Tekken, and if they did, again, Tifa in Rebirth and the remake felt like a fighting game character, so it feels almost at home in Tekken.
I would love to see that.
Hear me out.
Okay, here we go.
Okay, listen. Master Chief has not been in a single fighting game since he got released. And fighting game people, we've been asking for Master Chief to be in a single. Super Smash not happening apparently. Maybe this could be the spot where Master Chief fits in. I don't know.
I could see a plasma grenade grapple.
Yeah.
He sticks him with the grenade and then throws him off a cliff.
Could see that.
All right, we can see we have the countdown up now. We're just 5 minutes away from the Game Awards. So as soon as that begins, we will hand you on over to Geoff and the Game Awards. Be sure to stick around after that for our post-show coverage. We'll be breaking down everything that we've just borne witness to. A couple other things that we know are coming. My man Aaron Paul is going to be presenting there. So
Need for Speed. Let's go. Let's get a new Need for Speed game, baby.
We could get a new. I would love a new Need for Speed game. Yeah. So I don't know if he's just presenting making a celebrity appearance, or if he has something he's promoting. I don't know. But then we have the main actress from Fallout, Ella Purnell, is going to be presenting there, she's a double nominee. So I don't know if they're going to be showing a little glimpse at Fallout Season 2.
It feels appropriate.
Yeah,
I feel like the
time for
Game
them.
Awards make sense for a sneak peek at Fallout Season 2. I know that they've already started production on Season 2, so...
And I think they've said they wanted to fast track it too. So
yeah, so I could see a world where we
What's up, everyone? I'm Sydney Goodman, and welcome to the 2024 Game Awards opening act presented by State Farm. We are counting down to the main event, our 10th anniversary show. But I promise you, we are more than a pre-show. We are the extension of a program so packed that we need to start it early. Tonight, we are coming to you live from the Peacock Theater in Los Angeles to celebrate the best in gaming from the past year, with special performances from Snoop Dogg, 21 Pilots, surprise guests, and world premieres that will blow your mind, including Mafia: The Old Country, Borderlands 4, and more. In fact, I have one ready to reveal right now, and it's a very special one to kick off our 10th anniversary. There it is, Ninja Gaiden Ragebound, coming in summer 2025. It's the new title from Dotemu, the publisher behind Streets of Rage 4 and TMNT Shredder's Revenge. That announcement makes a killer segue into our first award category tonight, Best Fighting Game. Here are the nominees: Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, Grand Blue Fantasy vs. Rising, Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection Arcade Classics, Multiverses, and Tekken 8. The Game Award goes to, oh, look at that, Tekken 8.
Thank you to all gaming community and Tekken community, and thank you to my development team and marketing team in all regions. And we will continue to update and to improve Tekken 8. So stay tuned and don't ask me for beep. Thank you. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
And now, a new kind of cozy game that is unlike anything you've played before.
On the road, I've been away for far too long. But now I'm on my way back home. I hear the west winds calling. Won't be long, I'm there before the setting sun, for you to fall into my arms, a place I call my home. I was looking to belong, and I'd already known that you would be there when the rains are gone. Like a light in the night, you
On the floor lies a tome covered in blood, titled Top Ways to Conquer the Spire.
You find this manuscript highly suspicious because it's covered in blood. You read the book, covering your hands in blood.
That was the first look at the gameplay of Slay the Spire 2. I'm thrilled because there's a new Slay the Spire, but also terrified because I just got over my crippling addiction to the first, so the cycle continues. Anyway, after the show, be sure to head over to TikTok and share your best gaming highlights from 2024 with #GamingOnTikTok. And now it's time for our next award, Best VR AR Game. And the nominees are Arizona Sunshine Remake, Asgard's Wrath 2, Batman Arkham Shadow, Metal Hellsinger VR, and Metro Awakening. The Game Award goes to Batman Arkham Shadow.
I just want to accept this award on behalf of my colleagues at Camouflage. You guys did some of the best work of your careers, and I have a feeling that the best is yet to come. The company we work for, Meta, has been a great place to work, and for Oculus Studios, all the support that you provided to us to help us get the game over the line, including our sister studio over at Sanzaro that developed the incredible Asgard's Wrath 2. That was a big, made this category very competitive this year. I also want to thank Warner Brothers and DC for entrusting that incredible Arkham franchise, allowing us to build a sequel to that incredible foundation that Rocksteady and Warner Brothers Montreal provided to us. And then lastly, to the amazing crew and cast to this game, Roger Craig Smith, Troy Baker, Elijah Wood, Tara Strong, Kari Payton. You guys crushed it. You guys are award-winning as far as we're concerned. Thank you for what you brought to our game.
Congratulations.
Thank you, thank you.
Since 2018, the TGA Global Gaming Citizen Program has recognized individuals doing their part to better the world through games. This year's recipient makes games that protect nature and fight climate change. Here's the story of Laura Carter, CEO and founder of Trees Please Games.
I've worked in games for the best part of 20 years. PlayStation, Disney, Us2 Games, Square Enix. I loved working there. I loved working on such massive games, but I actually had a sense of guilt. In parallel with my games career, I've always had a passion, or actually don't like to call it a passion, I like to think of it more as a sort of a purpose for making a difference in the world.
Nice tree. It's comfy.
We're less than 20 years away from climate collapse. And for me, that's incredibly scary, both for our future, but for my children's future. It struck me that there was such an opportunity to use these games that were reaching hundreds of millions of people to create awareness about what's happening in the world. So when you play Longleaf Valley, you're restoring and saving a national park. And then as you're playing, you're actually collecting tree tokens to plant a real tree. Our players together have planted over 1.6 million trees now. But it's amazing to know that together we are making a real difference.
quest for power. Gotta have the fancy cars and the fancy clothes and the diamond rings. Don't you judge, cause we're all sinning. Life's a game, nobody's winning. You rat racers are forgetting that we all live on borrowed minutes.
Welcome back to the Game Awards opening act presented by State Farm. We're counting down to the big show with more world premieres and awards. In fact, the Game Awards brings so many different gaming communities together to celebrate. If you want to see everything State Farm is doing in gaming, head to their website right now at statefarm.com/gaming because like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. And now we have our next world premiere from the legendary creator of Deus Ex, Warren Spector. This is Thick as Thieves.
Another night on the town. Let's see what Razzo has for me.
Nice of you to turn up.
Oh, the McEwen estate. This one's always fun.
You're not the only one who thinks so. Best to stay nice and quiet. But keep your wits about you.
Huh?
You never know what's around the corner. Things could go many different ways. Because like I say, it's every thief themselves.
Love it, cannot wait to get that on my wish list. Okay, next up are our 3 esports categories. The first is Best Esports Game presented by Old Spice. And the nominees are Counter-Strike 2, Dota 2, League of Legends, Mobile Legends Bang Bang, and Valorant. The Game Award goes to League of Legends. Next up, for Best Esports Athlete, the nominees are 3-3, Alexi B, Chuvy, Faker, Zywoo, and Kong Kong. The Game Award goes to Faker. And finally, for Best Esports Team, the nominees are Billy Gaming, Gen G, Navi, T1, and Team Liquid. The Game Award goes to T1. Congratulations to all the winners of our esports categories. All right, the Game Awards opening act presented by State Farm is moving forward as we reveal 2 more world premieres. This first one is an alternate take on a legendary series from Bandai Namco. That was Steel Paws, a brand new world from a gaming legend, Yu Suzuki, known for Virtua Fighter and Shenmue. Our next award is one of my favorites, Games for Impact. It showcases thought-provoking games with a positive social message. Here are the nominees. Closer the Distance, Indica, Neva, Life is Strange Double Exposure, Senua's Saga Hellblade 2, and Tales of Kinzera Zhao. The Game Award goes to Neva.
Well, it is such an honor to receive this award. Well, first I would like to thank the jury and basically everyone who voted for us. This award belongs to the entire team at Nomad Studio, Berlinist, our friends and family, and basically everyone who helped us to bring Neva to life. I would like to thank as well Devolver Digital. They were the first one. They believed in us since the beginning, and they gave us the opportunity to make 2 wonderful games. I'm looking forward to making many more in the future. And finally, I would like to thank the players. It's amazing to see how our story resonates with them. And we love to see how they enjoy our games, so thank you so much.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
And now, another cozy game, and to introduce it is someone who knows a thing or two about them, Cozy K.
Thanks, Sydney. Hey, Game Awards. I'm really excited to share one of my most anticipated cozy games with you, Tales of the Shire. There's so much to marvel at in the Shire. I love how it feels like I'm inside the books. I love spending endless hours in my IRL garden, and this game captures that feeling so well. And then inside, it gets real cozy. You can do a ton of decorating in your own style. You can really customize every nook and cranny. Now I'll hop inside the kitchen and start cooking. Ooh, the guests have arrived. Time to eat. Thank you for taking this journey through the Shire, and I hope it was as much of a treat for you as it was for me. Join me in playing Tales of the Shire, March 25th.
Welcome to the Midnight Murder Club. One flashlight, one gun. Use your senses and become the shadows.
Let's go. Stay quiet.
Okay. Do you know where we're going?
Towards those. Come on.
Hello? Oh, hello. Please don't shoot. No. Oh! You killed the piano. Oh, no.
Came in from behind. Double kills?
Oh, what? Did you get him? Oh, there's one more. Yeah!
Come out here.
Join the club and die trying.
Welcome back to the Game Awards opening act. We are so close to the big show, which Oh my gosh, thank you so much. I love you too. Which, by the way, is freaking stacked this year. Let's hear it for the 10th anniversary of the Game Awards. But until then, enough. I'm kidding. I still have some incredible awards and world premieres to share with you. So let's get back into it with our next award, Innovation in Accessibility. These nominees have all made strides to make their games as playable as possible by as many gamers as possible. And they are Call of Duty Black Ops 6, Diablo 4, Dragon Age The Veilguard, Prince of Persia The Lost Crown, and Star Wars Outlaws. The Game Award goes to Prince of Persia The Lost Crown. Congratulations.
Thank you. Merci beaucoup. We are truly honored to receive this award. As from the beginning of the project, we aim to create a fun and challenging game, but a game as accessible as possible. And it proves that accessibility doesn't dilute, but rather reinforce the core of a game. More players enjoy the thrill of expression thanks to our screenshot marker system. More players experience the intensity and expressivity of our combat thanks to the option. It was a passion project made by an incredible team. Big congratulations to the team. I know you're watching from Montpellier. Félicitations l'équipe. And a warm thank you to everyone who supported us, Ubisoft Global Accessibility Team, Jan, our families, our friends, and of course, you, the players. Thank you.
Congratulations. And now it's the next game from Pugstorm, the Swedish team behind the indie hit Core Keeper. Love it. And that is the perfect way to get into our next award, Best Family Game. Here are your nominees. Astrobot, Princess Peach Showtime, Super Mario Party Jamboree, The Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom, and The Plucky Squire. Wow, a lot of us are excited about Best Family Game. The Game Award goes to Astrobot.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. It's a massive honor for us to be getting the Family Game Award because it's something we've been working hard on for many, many years at Team Asobi. So first thing, I want to thank Team Asobi over in Japan, all 65 of you. Thank you so much. It's your heart and soul that went into this game, really trying to please and put smiles on people's faces. So this is really for you. Thank you so much. Making a family game is important because we're forming the first gaming memories of people. We all have first gaming memories, right? And so it's both a privilege, a big responsibility as well, but it's one we take very much at heart. So this award, it's for the kids and the parents out there. We love you very much. Thank you very much.
Okay, the theater is filling up. I can see heads all the way back there. The energy is huge with our main show only minutes away. But I still have 2 more world premieres for you. First up, a new and very unexpected game from a studio that was nominated for 3 awards at the Game Awards 2022. Okay, would you believe me if I said I only have one more incredible world premiere for you? Get ready to have all your senses overloaded in the best way possible, of course. This is Solasta 2.
How dare you come alone, Shadwin? For many years you've sent waves of stone soldiers we've decimated. What can you achieve with your solitude that thousands couldn't?
Not thousands.
Millions!
That was the announcement of Solasta 2 from the Paris-based Tactical Adventures. All right, my friends, that is it for our opening act, but the 10th anniversary show is just getting started. The Game Awards main event is about to begin with tons of big awards, big new game announcements, and amazing performances by the TGA Orchestra, 21 Pilots, Snoop Dogg, and more. This is a Game Awards you definitely do not want to miss. All right, the countdown is over. The 2024 Game Awards starts now.
Welcome to the Game Awards 2024. Now, here's your host, the creator of the Game Awards, Geoff Keighley.
Good evening, everybody! Welcome to the Game Awards, the biggest global celebration of video games out there, and you have joined us on a very special night, our 10th anniversary. Welcome. You know, when we started TGA in 2014, we had no idea it would become as big as it is around the world. But I felt, like so many of you, that games and the people who make them and the fans deserve a moment like this. You watch this show because games are part of your identity. They mean something to you. And tonight is a tribute to just how far games have come and despite the challenges our industry faces, where they are going in the future. And let me just tell you, you have tuned in and joined us on a very special night. Our industry is constantly evolving. This year, 4 of our Game of the Year nominees were developed in Japan, 1 in China, China's first ever nomination for Game of the Year, and 1, Balatro, was made by a single guy, Local Thunk, who's here in the audience tonight in my home country of Canada. Isn't that amazing? Now, tonight for our anniversary show, we are joined by many special guests. First, it is a tremendous privilege to have this man with us. Back in the 1990s, he convinced Sony to enter the video game industry with the PlayStation, which this month celebrates its 30th anniversary. Please join me in welcoming the father of the PlayStation, the great Ken Kutaragi. Also tonight, we welcome a double nominee who's competing against herself in Best Adaptation. She stars in both Fallout and Arcane, the amazingly talented Ella Purnell. Welcome, Ella. And finally, we announced his studio at the first TGA, and in 2021, he won Game of the Year. And tonight, despite our better judgment, he's going to have the stage all to himself to reveal his next game a little bit later. Joseph Fares, welcome back, buddy. Now, as always, we're recognizing an outstanding year in gaming while looking at
Hey, Waldorf. What is it, Statler? How long is this bozo gonna go on?
Well, that's what I've been asking for the last 10 years.
Oh!
hey, guys, yeah, up here,
Yeah?
host, yeah, we're you know, we can hear you.
Oh, good. Can you hear this? Boo!
Yeah, please wrap it up.
Statler and Waldorf, everybody. It's the last thing we need tonight. Listen, fellas, if you don't mind, we have a lot of people here in the audience waiting to see the show.
Yeah. Speaking of a lot of people, why isn't this theater full, huh?
Yeah, we heard you always sell out.
Oh, he got him.
All right, let's keep the show rolling.
It's already rolling.
Off a cliff.
Oh!
Yeah, they're here all night, Statler and Waldorf. I don't know what we signed up for. All right, well, in any case, let's get this anniversary started. And to present tonight's first award, I couldn't think of a better duo. He's one of our industry's greatest creative forces, alongside one of our most talented performers. And they've teamed up for the newly released Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. Please join me in welcoming Bethesda's Todd Howard and actor Troy Baker.
Thank you, Jeff. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Now, as you know, the Game Awards for the last decade has celebrated the best performances in games by honoring some of my peers, some of my friends, like Nolan North, Roger Clark, yes, Laura Bailey.
Actually, Troy, have you ever won this award? Look, they do give an award for best indie game, and I think everybody here can agree you make a great case for best indie performance.
Oh. Well, thank you. I don't know about that. Thank you, though.
There was another guy, though.
You mean the other guy?
He's pretty good. Pretty
Really
good.
Absolutely good.
I wonder what he thinks.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. While you're on your feet, let's give a big round of applause to these two guys for the Great Circle. Thank you. I think this guy did a great job. If I'd known he was so good, I would have done it myself. Boy, let's get... And now, we're here to present the award for Best Performance. Here are the nominees.
Best Performance.
Wow, just look at it all. It's still going strong.
I should cross over and start asking questions. I think she's going to need our help. This job, it's a death wish. I'm gonna finish it.
I know what you are. I don't need you anymore.
The shadow will always hang over me. What will I become?
And the winner is Melinda Juergens.
Oh my God, this is an incredible honor. Like, I'm gonna cry. I don't know where to start. I want to give a big shout out to my fellow nominees. You are all incredible. I want to thank our incredibly talented team at Ninja Theory, who are just so amazing. Our cast, our crew, our stunt team, like they've done just such a great job. Our collaborators, and especially our fans who have been so supportive of us. Thank you so much. And also, congratulations to the Game Awards for 10 incredible years. Thank you.
Congratulations, Melina. Our first two-time winner for Best Performance. She won back in 2017 for the first Hellblade. All right, we have lots more awards to come, but are you guys ready to get a glimpse of what's next? Yes, it is world premiere time. For our 10th anniversary, I traveled the world to ask developers, what could you share with fans that will give a glimpse not just of what's coming in 2025, that we'll have lots of that too, but what lies beyond for the next decade of gaming. Tonight's first game announcement is an absolute honor to share with you. It comes from a Game of the Year winning studio whose immersive storytelling has thrilled players with every twist and turn. So without further ado, here's a look at the unexpected.
Dearest daughter, I've watched ye grow from a devilishly curious child into a remarkably young lass with much grace, wisdom, and kindness. Take the easy times what shape us, nay. 'Tis how we rise to face the hard times what does that for us. Even heart of gold. You've the spirit to overcome adversities aplenty. Darling, sweeten. Today's the day ye fill out your destiny. Forgive me, daughter. 'Twere my only choice.
I shall shall be the bringer of salvation.
A witcher? Witcher! Whose coin did ye take? Nay, nay, you can't. 'Tis tradition. Chosen she is, by the gods!
No! You chose her. Back to the village. Go, now.
Nay! I must save them! Save the village!
Save yourself! Run! To shelter! To your father! Run!
She were to go to the woods. The chosen one. His tradition.
Oh no, no, no.
It's all we wanted. For her to go to the woods. To go to the gods.
Gods? There are no gods here. There are only monsters.
Time for a new saga. See you on the path.
There you have it, the very first trailer for The Witcher 4 from CD Projekt Red. And yes, as you saw, obviously Ciri will play the protagonist in that title, and we're very excited to hear more about it. You ready to have more fun? Because tonight, trust me, the surprises just keep coming all night long. Right now, I am proud to present a brand new standalone game. Please watch.
of redemption. You were chosen. Thrown together by forces beyond our control. Tragedy must be averted. And for that, I need your help.
Stand tall. The night is far from over. Little pillager, bent on stacking the lands of gold. I will swat away any and all who dare approach.
Band together and prepare to claim. The life of the Night Lord.
Now you know why I was so excited. There you have it. Elden Ring Night Raid is a new co-op action-adventure game from Bandai Namco Entertainment and From Software, the only studio that's won Game of the Year twice before here at the Game Awards, and it is coming next year, 2025. Now, trust me when I say we are just getting started. Some of the biggest surprises, believe it or not, are still to come, as well as performances by Snoop Dogg and 21 Pilots, and awards presented by previous winners like Hideo Kojima and Sam Lake. But right now, here's news on a new platform for one of this year's Game of the Year nominees.
Time to kick it up a notch.
The time has come.
Sephiroth!
At last, our long-awaited reunion.
Let us hurry. There is nothing to fear here.
That's what scares me.
Messing with powers beyond your control.
I'm always in control.
Are you sure about this?
Don't worry, I do this all the time.
Find a way out before we're crushed!
A gun and a whip.
You'd be surprised how often it comes in handy.
Welcome back. I made it to the main show. You couldn't get rid of me that easily. For a limited time only, Prime members in the US can go to amazon.com/thegameawards to get up to 50% off select nominees: Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Silent Hill 2, and Star Wars Outlaws.
From HBO's House of the Dragon, please welcome Abu Bakar Salim.
Thank you. Don't worry, I'm not gonna cry about my dead dad this time. But I'm here to present an award that celebrates victory. The thrill of conquering your foes in a battle where physical and mental prowess collide in a struggle that feels like the most important fight of your life. And no, I'm not talking about Twitter, but I am talking about the best action game. Here are your nominees.
Best Action Game.
And the Game Award goes to Black Myth Wukong.
谢谢大家。非常荣幸能够获得这个奖项。首先要感谢每一位玩家，是你们的支持，让这样一个关于勇气和智慧的东方神话，得以在这样的一个舞台上绽放光彩。也要感谢主办方，没有在我上台的过程中设置空气墙。
Thank you, everyone. We are deeply honored to receive these awards. A heartfelt thanks to every player. It's you who brought the tale of wisdom and courage rooted in Eastern mythology to life on this stage. And of course, a sincere gratitude to the Game Awards for not placing any invisible walls on my way up here.
这份荣誉属于团队的每一位成员，也属于在幕后默默支持我们的家人和朋友们。如果没有你们，我现在大概率还在调试和增强二郎神，而不是代表团队站在这里领这个沉重的铁坨坨。
This award belongs to every single member of our team, as well as our family and friends who have supported us behind the scene. Without you, I'd be like sitting at home testing the boss rush mode and buffing Erlang instead of standing here representing our team.
最后我想说的是，《黑神话：悟空》这个游戏真的不难，尤其适合没有玩过动作游戏的玩家。相信我，谢谢。
Lastly, I want to say this. Our game isn't hard at all. It's perfect for players new to action games. Trust me on this. Thank you.
Congratulations, Game Science. At the Game Awards, our aspiration is to create moments that define our medium and remind us all why we became fans in the first place. 5 years ago, I had the pleasure of having lunch with one of our industry's most treasured game makers. And just recently, he finally shared an ambitious vision for his next project. Tonight, as a very special gift for our 10th anniversary, I am beyond honored to reveal this stunning new project for the first time anywhere, with an early look at real gameplay footage of this studio's highly anticipated upcoming title. Let's take a look at this announcement trailer that I'm sure will capture your imagination.
As you recall, very swift and like 25 kilometers radius of ground zero now. Seconds. 55 seconds. 50 seconds. 45 seconds. 30 seconds. 35 seconds. Start measure at 30 seconds. 25 seconds. 20 seconds. 15 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
That was your early first look at the untitled next project from Fumito Ueda-san, a creator who pushes our medium forward with each of his incredible creations. You can just feel the emotional depth of that game in that beautiful piece. Ueda-san and Gen Design, thank you so much for this announcement reveal. Next February marks the release of Sid Meier's Civilization VII, the latest installment in one of our industry's longest running and most successful franchises. Tonight, we are honored to welcome the Game Awards Orchestra, conducted by Lauren Balfe, to world premiere the stunning theme to Civ 7, composed by Grammy Award-winning composer Christopher Tin, who joins us tonight. I think you're gonna love this. Maestro, take it away. Absolutely incredible. Thank you to the TGA Orchestra and Lauren. There's much more to come from them throughout the night, including our signature Game of the Year medley. You can look forward to that. Right now, it's time to get the first look at gameplay of a project from a studio that has previously been nominated for Game of the Year.
From the studio that brought you Star Wars: Knights of the Old Republic, Part 2. Neverwinter Nights, Part 2. And Fallout 3, Part 2. New Vegas. Comes a completely original Part 2. And like all good sequels, we've included everything that should have been in the first game. More action. More weapons. And more graphics. Get ready for an adventure that took 3 times longer to make, but will almost certainly be 2 times bigger.
Baby, 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 you ain't seen nothing yet. Baby, you stay nothing yet. It's something that you never gonna forget. Baby, you stay nothing yet.
In 2025, welcome back to the future. Try not to break it again. The Outer Worlds 2.
I'm not interested in hiring any more idiots. I'm looking for people of tact and vision and perspicacity.
You ain't seen nothing yet.
Please welcome the director of Hazelight Studios, winner of Game of the Year for It Takes Two, Joseph Fares.
All right, I can't tell you how pumped and excited I am to be here today to show you our next thing. I mean, I'm telling you, at Hazelight, we have a saying where we say, we fuck shit up without fucking up. And no, listen. This time, it's some next level shit, I'm telling you. I mean, no, what we're gonna show you is gonna be amazing. I know I sound cocky, but it's really hard not to be cocky when you have a game like this. Are you ready? All right, let's roll Hazelight's next co-op adventure. Go.
We sure cause a lot of explosions.
Okay, you better get ready, because I'm about to show you Hazelight's next co-op adventure called Split Fiction. And let me tell you this, get ready for a ride. You play as Mio and Zoe, 2 aspiring writers that hopes to get published by a new tech company that can simulate their stories to life.
I can't do this.
Please calm down.
It's
time.
you
can't shut it. No!
Accidentally, they end up in the same simulation.
What are you doing in my story? Something bad is going on here.
And there, they find out that their stories are about to get stolen.
No one escapes my simulation.
And in order to save them, they have to escape back to reality through the very worlds that they created.
Hands above your heads.
But the thing is, they're strangers, and Miu writes sci-fi, while Zoe writes fantasy. So you will, for every level in the game, jump between a sci-fi world and a fantasy world. We at Hazelight love variation, and you'll have a unique mechanic for every level. Let me give you some examples. In this level, you start out by finding dragon eggs that hatch.
Hey, stop licking.
And then they become a little bit bigger dragons with new abilities. But in the end, they grow up to be full-ass dragons. And now, you can fly around and kick ass. In another level, you play these ball droids that can magnetize and shift to different forms. And then, the droids become your exosuits. And you can now attack and hack different objects. Here's another one. You play as pigs, and they later become... Anyway, let's not talk about that level for now. And as always, with the Friends Pass, you only need to buy one copy of the game to play it with your friend online. That's what Hazelight is about. No loot boxes, no microtransactions, and no bullshit. You just get the game.
You have unpaid parking tickets. Time to die.
Excuse me?
And the good, look, wait. The good part with this game is coming out March 6th. So you will be playing it in 2 months, so that's nothing. One more thing. Just want to say, in the trailer, they called me and Zoe, my daughters, it's their name. They're also in the audience. Put the camera, let them show how cute they are. There, hello! Hey, Papa! Yeah, of course, my wife is beautiful too, I don't forget to, of course. Yes, and I would say one last thing. My team Hazelight is watching at home. My beautiful team, I just want to say thank you, I älskar er. And thank you everybody, I love you so much. I'm looking forward to be part of this industry. I love everybody. Goodbye.
Joseph, what a guy. I spent some time with him in Sweden this summer and played a few hours of Split Fiction. It really is everything you'd want it to be, a great follow-up to It Takes Two that Joseph won for Game of the Year. It's been so amazing to have so many Game of the Year winners back with us again tonight revealing new projects. All right, we have much more Game Awards to come. During the show, those of you in the U.S. can head to tgalegion.com for a chance to win one of 20 Glacier White Lenovo Legion 7i laptops, which have the power to handle the latest games.
This Lenovo Legion 7i has the power we need to finally beat the impossible level. Screens are so high I can see every NPC. Oh, except that one!
Reach your impossible with Lenovo Legion. Best gaming processor, advanced by AMD.
appears Moorcroft's little project is as real as they say.
Let's start the party!
All right, we're back here at the Game Awards, and we have so much more to share with you. Now, when we created the TGA in 2014, I wanted to celebrate the people who devote their lives to entertaining and sometimes comforting or affecting us through video games. In fact, 25 years ago, back in college, I started writing a series of articles called Behind the Games, chronicling the development of games like Half-Life and Metal Gear Solid 2, because I knew games were nothing without the people behind them. Now, the sad reality is that over the past few years, the gaming industry has suffered significant and unprecedented industry-wide layoffs. Those affect the games we get to play and, even more importantly, the people who make the games we love. We can debate and certainly disagree with the reasons why, and honestly, as a show, we kind of struggle with how to address these topics in a constructive way. But this year, inside of these challenges, we found greatness. I'm proud to share with you the story of a single individual who saw developers in need and did something truly extraordinary. Meet TGA's first ever Game Changer.
Starting in early 2023, significant waves of layoffs started in the games industry.
It strikes you, it hurts, right? It's like a ton of bricks.
What am I supposed to do?
Tens of thousands of gamers have been laid off at a level that is unprecedented in the industry's history.
I love this brand, I love this company. Oh my goodness, what am I going to do?
I actually started in games relatively late. Even though I've loved the industry ever since I was a little child, because there weren't games jobs around here, I stayed passionate about it and broke through in basically my late 30s. I had seen a few friends get laid off before Thanksgiving, and I said to my wife, Jess, like, this is unacceptable. Hi, everybody. It's Amir, and I'm here to help support you as you look for your next opportunity in video games. I can't imagine what it must feel like for someone to have to go to their family around the holidays and say, I don't have a job, I don't know what's going to happen. I had a robust background in things like data analysis, and I said, well, I can do something with this. I started a community with one resource.
We just started putting together a list of all the job openings out there.
And over iteration after iteration, it ended up becoming a suite of several different resources. We have 2,300 coaching volunteers who've given people over 50,000 community coaching conversations for free.
He's pure pro bono, Amir.
There is no payment. He doesn't take anything back from the community.
I'm proud to say we've helped place nearly 3,000 people in jobs.
Amir is like career Santa Claus.
If it weren't for Amir and for this community, I wouldn't have even known this job was here.
He has created this like beacon of light.
Please join me in welcoming a man who has the well-being of the game developer community in his heart. On behalf of the Game Awards, I'm honored to present the first ever TGA Game Changer, Amir Satvat.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. No, you're breathtaking. Thank you, Geoff, and the Game Awards for this extraordinary honor. I can't help but say that I love video games with all my heart. To all game makers everywhere, you are seen and treasured
and our community will always be there to help you. Over the last 3 years, we've lost more than 34,000 jobs, a staggering amount of games experience eliminated. This has consequences. You can't make great games without great people. I'm proud of so many of you who have already joined me to make an impact, and I really have to thank everyone in our community who gave all their time and commitment to build it. As we gather here tonight for this amazing celebration, I challenge everyone to ask themselves, what more can we each do to make our industry better? I dedicate this to my grandparents in heaven and to our Game Awards watch party back home, my wife, our 3 sons, and my parents, who really devoted their lives to me and taught me that my value lies in how I treat other people. Growing up, all I ever wanted was to be a part of the video game industry. As a kid from Farmington, Connecticut, it felt a world away. Not anymore. Thank you very, very much. Thank you. Thank you.
Omega Day, 2067. We witnessed the end of the old world and the beginning of an unimaginable power. It unleashed the promise of our civilization, forging souls into steel, turning hope into a hunt for the fate of humanity. For Starfall.
Rise, partner. Our hunt for Starfall begins. Raise hell, exert control. For mankind depends on our victory. You will face a new power and devastating enemies. But this is your time. Unleash the hunter within.
That was the announcement of Steel Hunters, which you can play test tonight. I played that back in the summer, and it plays as good as it looks. Definitely has a Transformers vibe to it, as you can see. Really fun game. All right, and now I'm proud to reveal one of the most beautiful games I've seen in a long time, developed by an incredible team up in Canada.
welcome to the stage the founder of Gearbox, Randy Pitchford.
Borderlands fans know why I'm here, right? This is the moment. Everybody at Gearbox is watching right now, and I'm kind of freaking out. Listen, this is the thing. You fans of Borderlands, you're why we fight. Every pixel of Borderlands is made with heart and soul, handcrafted by the Gearbox team. We're all giving it everything we got, you guys. We're putting everything we have into this game. And listen, I can go on talking about Borderlands 4, or I could just show you Borderlands 4. Who wants me to keep talking? Anybody? And who wants me to roll the trailer for Borderlands Mother Fluffin' 4? As you wish, the world premiere first look at Borderlands 4. That was Borderlands 4, and now we have an exciting and unexpected announcement from a legendary role-playing game franchise.
On this, my sword, I swear, to shield the Firebird's flame forevermore. And I, for hope.
Descend down to me, flames! Then stay down!
The only fantasy here is
yours! Defeat!
our flames burn as one!
There you go. Clive is joining Tekken 8 next week. Right now, we want to recognize more nominees and winners in some other categories here at the Game Awards. Here are the nominees for Most Anticipated Game: Death Stranding 2 On the Beach, Ghost of Yotei, Grand Theft Auto 6, Metroid Prime 4 Beyond, and Monster Hunter Wilds. And this year, the Game Award goes to Grand Theft Auto 6. Congratulations, Rockstar. Here are your nominees for Best Multiplayer Game: Call of Duty Black Ops 6, Helldivers 2, Super Mario Party Jamboree, Tekken 8, and Warhammer 40K Space Marine 2. This year, the Game Award goes to Helldivers 2. Congratulations, Arrowhead. Now the nominees for Best Community Support: Baldur's Gate 3, Final Fantasy XIV, Fortnite, Helldivers 2, and No Man's Sky. The Game Award goes to Baldur's Gate 3. Congratulations, Larian. Now your nominees for Best Art Direction: Astrobot, Black Myth Wukong, Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree, Metaphor ReFantazio, and Nebra. The Game Award goes to Metaphor ReFantazio. We have many more awards to come in the Game Awards, but right now, here's a new look at Splitgate 2 that blends gunplay, movement, and portals, coming in 2025.
Playing for keys to no losses, dripping around with no frosting. Look at the team, our bosses, paying our dues when we don't care what it's costing. Ay. Doesn't matter to me if you're coming for one of mine. I'm coming for anybody, everybody in line. Yeah, it's fine. Now who I'm coming for mine? Run it up, run it, run it, run it, run it up. Run it, run it, run it, run it up. So that's my crew. Big red hot bills are blue. No way here we could lose. We live in life we choose. We can't start telling, turn me up. Now for a night to the whole world is blind. Doesn't matter to me if you coming for one of mine. Now I'm coming for anybody. Everybody in line, yeah, fine. Now who I'm coming for mine? Ay. That's my crew.
Events are weaving together quickly now, Rook. The fate of the world shall be decided soon.
It will not be easy. But you are this world's only hope.
Okay, Vess. This is your one shot. Get in with the underworld's most dangerous syndicates and pull off the greatest heist the Outer Rim has ever seen.
Nominated tonight for Best Adaptation, Riot's Arcane is a stunning animated series based on the League of Legends franchise. Anyone who's watched this show will tell you the music. It sits at the emotional core of this Game Award-winning series. Here is a special tribute to Arcane's music and iconic characters, featuring Royal and the Serpent, David, and 21 Pilots with the Game Awards Orchestra.
just laid my head down and wept. There was nothing to fight or protect. Maybe then I could finally be free. Maybe death is like falling asleep. This world is a wasteland where nothing can grow. I used to have strength, but I ran out of hope. I know it's my fault that I'm here alone. This world is a wasteland. Don't let me go, 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 go. Don't let me go.
Show yourself. Show yourself. Not me. Not me. Not me. Not me. Remember me, I'm on my own. Remember me, I'm too far gone, I couldn't see. Remember me, all the times I cut so deep. All my life I couldn't breathe. Remember me, remember me, remember me, remember me. My body's on the line now. I can't fight this time now. I can feel the light shine on my face. Did I disappoint you? Will they still let me over if I cross the line? Take a seat, but I would rather you not be here for what could be my final form. Stay your pretty eyes on court. Keep the memories of who I was before. So stay with me because my body is on the line now. Pull the blanket tight now. I can feel the light shine on my face. Did I disappoint you? Will they still let me over if I cross the line? Please don't let them see me. Sure, there's nothing left to try. I can feel the light shine on my face. Did I disappoint you? Will they still let me over if I cross the line? If I cross the line. If I cross the line.
What a beautiful and emotional performance. Thanks to Riot and those artists for putting that together. Incredible. All right, let's take a look at this very exciting brand new game announcement prepared just for the Game Awards 10th anniversary.
10年早いんだよ。
They just keep coming tonight. That's right. There's a new full entry in the legendary Virtua Fighter series now in development at Sega, and you can find out more in that special direct broadcast. Tonight, we've got another announcement for you. Check this one out.
Tonight I've got a little something special for you. We're gonna try out a brand new tool. Oh my, your music, you're setting grace. Let's sing together. Let's keep on singing another day. With music I'll never stray. Sweet as you're my life. For love on music, let's keep on singing night and day. With a music burning straight.
That's right, RGG Studio, nominated tonight for 4 times for Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, has not 1 but 2 projects in the works, and we are honored to reveal both of those titles for the first time here tonight. Now to present our next award, please join me in welcoming a dear friend who also happens to be one of our industry's most innovative creative spirits. He's been with us since the very beginning of TGA in 2014 and is currently hard at work on Death Stranding 2 on the beach and OD. Please welcome an industry icon, Hideo Kojima!
TGA 10周年おめでとうございます。ジェフも。
First and foremost, congratulations on TGA's 10th anniversary.
僕は1回目から参加させていただいてますけども、年々 TGA は大きくなってきてます。もともと制作者を称える賞でしたけども、今では世界の業界と関係者が集い、プレイヤーと結ぶ非常に重要な賞となっています。で、ゲームだけでもなく映画やアニメ、音楽といったデジタルエンターテインメントと架け橋というか結ぶ重要な 賞だと思っています。今後20年、30年ですね、ますます大きくなっていくと思います。で、僕もできる限り応援したいと思っています。
I've had the privilege of participating since the very first TGA, and I've witnessed how the role of TGA has grown every year. Not only does it celebrate the achievements of those involved in the gaming industry, but it has also evolved into an event that brings together industry's professionals from around the world, focusing deeper connections with the players. TGA now serves as a bridge, not just within the gaming industry, but also between gaming and other digital entertainment, such as film, television, anime, and music. This role will undoubtedly become even more important in the next 20, 30 years. I'm looking forward to supporting that too.
ゲームディレクションっていうのは、数多くのアイデアをまとめて一つの作品に昇華する非常に大切な、役割だと思っています。今日ノミネートされているタイトルは、数百名から1000人を超えるチームもありますけれども、数名で作ったタイトルもあります。小さな手漕きのボートでも、数百人が乗る、巨大な豪華客船でも数百数千の船団でもやっぱり方向を示すですね、舵取りが非常に重要だと思っています。まさにその舵取りがゲームディレクションだと思っています。
Game direction plays an important role in bringing together countless ideas and uniting them into single cohesive work. Tonight's nominees for this award includes projects created by teams of hundreds or even thousands, as well as those made by just a few people. Yet, all of them have a clear and unified vision. Whether it's a small boat, a large cruise ship, or a fleet of boats, a helmsman is required, and that helmsman is the direction.
はい、ではノミネート作品を紹介します。
So, someone involved in direction, I'm honored to introduce the nominees for Best Game Direction.
Best Game Direction.
Cleanse the world with blood.
Come now and travel to the realm of shadow.
It's good to have you back, Cloud.
We shape our own destiny with our own hands.
And now, the winner is Astrobot.
Wow, thank you so much. We didn't have a speech ready for this one. This is really amazing. So thank you so much. Team Asobi, back home, all of you, really, this is for you. Game direction is, of course, as Kojima-san said, like an ensemble of things. But actually, in our case, it's really like every single person on the team coming and really bringing their own vision and being responsible for their own work. So you are all game directors back home, and I'm really dedicate this one to you. Thank you so much.
Congratulations, Nico and Team Asobi. And now, let's journey to another world for our next announcement.
Attention, citizens. Across the galaxy, the valiant Helldivers have fought to protect our way of life. But I am here with grave tidings. Managed democracy is imperiled like never before. Homes are being ravaged. Families are being abducted. And you could be next. That is, unless you direct your undivided attention to the following announcement. And remember, freedom conquers all.
They arrived without warning, laying waste to our peaceful colonies, crushing all resistance. They stole our citizens' homes and their minds, and something much, much worse, their freedom. But when our citizens are attacked, our greatest heroes arrive to set them free. Together, we will save our people from this tortured existence. For we are those who stand in the way of all tyranny, who will give our lives today for a freer tomorrow, who will take back control of freedom. And deliver peace to our homes. We are the Helldivers.
Now, please welcome the creative director of Warframe, Rebecca Ford.
Hello, everyone. Hi. Thank goodness for waterproof mascara. The music has been a lot. That's amazing. But hi, everyone. I'm here on behalf of the Warframe team. We are here at the 10th year of the Game Awards. It was actually 12 years ago that we launched the alpha build of Warframe, and it changed the lives of our team. Our irreplaceable community has allowed us the privilege to be up on stage 12 years later to present to the world our next major update. We are going to show you the final trailer for Warframe 1999 and the release date. But before we hit play, if you don't know what Warframe is, if this is your first time hearing it, we don't know anymore either, but we're still having a lot of fun making it. And 12 years ago, we never could have imagined that our alpha build has turned into something like this. We are forever grateful for our community. Thank you for giving us the best version of yourselves, Tenno. Please enjoy our trailer. It launches tomorrow. Thank you, Tenno. Please enjoy.
I realize what I am asking. But you, of all people, understand what is at stake. For the sake of everything before and to come.
Scoldra think they've contained the outbreak here, but the tech rot here is different. Patient.
19 hours till we're popping corks or vaporized. We get in Trati and put a stop to this.
Tenno, if you are seeing this, your loop has been altered. You and I are trapped here. You know what this means.
We're gonna have to risk it.
Arthur, this place is swarming with Scoldra.
I've seen enough, Albrecht!
Maybe we cut our losses like we should have done weeks ago.
Albrecht, I have seen enough!
I told you this was a setup!
Trotty, get me out of here!
That looks great, and if you're watching TGA on Twitch or Steam, you can get a free Nyx Warframe tonight during the show. Still to come, Snoop Dogg takes the stage with world premiere new music and the Game Awards Orchestra returns. But first, earlier this year, Palworld took over the internet and broke records for the independent studio Pocket Pair. Tonight, we have a first look at the game's next update.
Rover, one is furious about your choices.
Follow the true law.
We have the answers we wanted already. I will not back down. The Montelli family extend an invitation for you to grace Laguna with your esteemed presence and partake in the celebration. I too am curious to see what truths you have.
This for that, this for that, this for that, this for that. Who's the black sheep? What's the black sheep? Now know who I am or when I'm coming, so you sleep. Well, you heard the others, only still the lovers. Then of course, the choice is yours. You can get with this or you can get with that. You can get with this or you can get with that. You can get with this or you can get with that. I think we'll get with this, for this is where it's at. Where it's at. Come on. This for that, this for that, this for that.
Creativity unrivaled anywhere. Advanced by AMD.
We're back with another deal. For a limited time only, Prime members in the US can go to Amazon.com/thegameawards to get $50 in-store credit when you buy MetaQuest 3S.
From Yacht Club Games, winner of Best Independent Game at the first Game Awards, please welcome Celia Schilling and Sean Velasco.
10 years ago, we were called onto the stage, completely stunned, as Shovel Knight, our first game, took home the first ever Best Independent Game Award. Now, thank you. And now, Shovel Knight is getting old enough to become vintage in its own right.
This year, a new set of developers released their first game. They're just getting started, yet they've already created something extraordinary. We're excited to see how their talents will shape the industry for the next 10 years.
These are the nominees for Best Debut Indie Game.
Best Debut Indie.
Game Award goes to Volatro.
I appreciate that, but none of us are local thunk. We are honored, though, to accept this on his behalf. And while he's not one for the spotlight, he does like to shine his spotlight on other games that he thinks deserve equal recognition. So not only wants to recognize all nominees tonight, but also all indie games that were launched this year that might have flown under the radar. Now, what he would like for you is to explore this world of indie games, and I think you'll find a scene of extremely talented and creative developers who are crafting beautiful experience for you to enjoy every single day. Now, Local Thunk, I know you're probably thinking if you can give this away to another team that you think deserves it more, but sorry, Arco, he has to take this home. So, Local Thunk, you have earned this, and you deserve this. And everyone at PlayStech is just so proud of you, of what you've done. And I hope that at least tonight, you get to enjoy this. Thank you.
Congratulations, Local Punk. All right, as we've been saying all night long, we have some very special game announcements tonight. And this is certainly one of those. Enjoy.
Feels like I'm getting less human by the minute.
That was definitely a good one. I had a great time seeing that game this summer out in Osaka. I love that franchise and how it combines swordplay and a Japanese dark fantasy setting with some amazing over-the-top enemies, as you saw in that announcement trailer. Thank you to Capcom for that. All right, now let's get an update on the first Berserker, Kazan.
Hey everyone, I'm Joe Russo. And I'm Anthony Russo, and we're thrilled to be back on the Game Awards to introduce a brand new trailer for the first Berserker, Kazan, a game rooted in the legendary Dungeon and Fighter universe.
Our studio Agbo collaborated closely with our friends at Neopol and Nexon to create this action-packed cinematic trailer brought to life in Agbo's signature style.
We're excited to unveil it here at the Game Awards along with the official launch date.
Stay tuned until the end and enjoy the reveal.
That was the first Berserker Kazan coming in March, as you saw, a great hardcore action RPG. And now we're thrilled to show you another game set in the Dungeon and Fighter universe for the first time anywhere. Arad is an open world action RPG developed in Unreal Engine 5 that's coming to Steam, console, and mobile. Here's the first ever look.
Everybody wants love. Tell me how you got here.
Looks great. All right, next is the open world zombie adventure Dying Light, the Beast from Techland. We announced this at Gamescom. It's got combat, parkour, and nights you may not survive. Here's a brand new look at the game, which is coming in the summer of 2025.
It's not your fault, Kyle.
I do not feel obliged to believe that the same God who has endowed us with sense, reason, and intellect has intended us to forego their use. He has gifted us the means to decipher the code of nature, and it's our highest purpose